Hi, 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 fellow Scorpio. Why did I say that? I don't know where my Scorpio placement is. Because I know there was like a full moon, there was a full moon in Scorpio when I was born. But my moon apparently is Sagittarius, so I don't know where that came from. Anyway, hi Scorpios, hi, how are you doing? How are we guys doing? How was 2025? And are we getting out of the slumps? King of Swords and Judgment. Ooh la la! There was a revival. There's a beautiful revival of either your sharpness, your intellect, your very attuned critical thinking skills, or if this is outside of you, someone in authority figure that is managerial, higher boss level, that is like either academia or just like thinking, strategizing, planning position at work, is having a revival in your energy in some capacity. So what up with my Scorpios? Also, fair note, I cannot poker shuffle at this time. 2 nights ago there was a stray cat on my property. My dogs wanted to shred some confetti. I saved the cat bit my thumb. My thumb was swollen, now it's deflating, but still sensitive, still painful a little bit, so I cannot poker shuffle. So I'm gonna shuffle regular and hope for the best. But anyway, I trust that energy comes through either way, so it's more for the camera to show that it's really shuffled hardcore. But we're gonna roll with what we can, and this one really wanted to pop out. Are you resting at this time? Are you pondering, meditating, putting 2 and 2 together? You are called to do so if you don't. And again, structure, community, reach out if you need to. There are services and people and hotlines and everything at your disposal to help you navigate challenging times. Knight of Wands. Ooh la la, the passion. What is driving you? And if you have a new inspiration, or are you on this wild, bold adventure to create something? Because it's definitely motivating you. For my Scorpios, is the King of Swords dropping you a hot text with that Knight of Wands? Or do you need to embody the Knight of Wands to be a little bit more assertive, a little bit more passionate, a little bit more fire to move out of this thing that you were, well, mostly water signs, but I had a lingering feeling Scorpio was in that energetic slump back in my Advent Calendar read series. So this will be a 5-card spread, which means literally 10, because I always, you know me, I do the, is this one? Yeah, okay, they're a bit sticky. I do the under the deck energy for clarification and context. And we have the 6 of Wands, beautiful, victorious energy. Knight of Cups, amazing. Magician, holy fuck, you won the jackpot here. 3 of Wands. Ooh, the Tower. Watch out for that Tower though. Just we're gonna give proper context, but when we have the Tower, I'm always threading cautiously. Oh, and okay, so look at that. Bottom of the deck, your next card would have been 5 of Pentacles, which is poverty, being left out in the cold. Oh, 3 of Pentacles, sorry, 3. Collaboration and the world ending. Interesting. Interesting. And I was out of myself and I didn't prepare my question for you guys. I'm sorry. We will make it a bit more professional for 2026, I promise. Okay. Whew. Scorpio, leaving behind intense water Scorpio. Your passionate and transformative essence thrives on depth, but can harbor secrecy and resentment. Ooh la la. This spread addresses vengeful patterns for trusting renewal in 2026. Renewal, judgment card, that was the one of the first that popped out when I was shuffling for you guys. So, the hidden grudge. And look at that Scorpio. This is by Barbieri, Zodiac Oracle cards, and that Scorpion is fierce. Like she's about to clank that dagger or that sword and... So, what secretive thought pattern fuels your suspicions? Interesting. We have the Six of Wands. Clarifying. Oh, my Christmas gosh is marinated. King of Wands. So you are apparently suspicious of a well-renowned, charismatic, potentially player, but not necessarily player, but a charismatic person who is acclaimed, who has stability, power, authority, and your secretive thought pattern fuels your suspicion. So something about this character is not legit or not clear for you, which is interesting. But it's also a hidden grudge. So were you dealing with this King of Wands? And King of Wands again from the Van Gogh Tarot, clarifying the Once Upon a Time Tarot. So this King of Wands is heavy in your energy, like holy fuck heavy. Ace of Cups. Oh, there was a romance with this person at some point. Or might... Okay. Oh la la, revival again. So whoever this person is for you, brace yourself, because new romantic intent is definitely on the way for you. If it's not happening in a 3D, it's gonna be in a 5D. So watch out for your dreams and your thoughts, because Scorpios, being water sign, being very receptive to those things. And if you had suspicions of this person coming back into your life, I'm confirming it. He's coming back into your life in some capacity, and he wants your attention, your recognition, your eyes on him, literally, or your attention on him. He's been craving it. Hard, core, solid. The power struggle. How does your intensity lead to manipulative behaviors? Again, very interesting with the Knight of Cups. So you are making, and with the Eight of Cups, so you are putting your time, the effort, the work into making meaningful gestures, potentially towards this King of Wands, but your intensity is leading to manipulative behaviors, because you are intentionally putting in the work to make the gesture meaningful, to conquer him back. As in, if he conquered your soul or your heart, you, through this practical work, this time put in, this commitment, this persistence and resilience into crafting something beautiful and solid and meaningful, you will double conquer his heart, because he will see how much work and patience and mastery you have put into this gesture, whatever it is, to claim him back, which is, oh, so cute. But is he deserving of that? And we have the Five of Cups, but it came out a little reverse. So somebody is stepping out of this slumpy energy of mourning losses, being dissatisfied and just grieving and mourning and being stuck in that I don't have this anymore energy. And maybe your persistence and resilience to put so much work into that craft comes from this essence of you have been left out in the cold, you have been abandoned, and you were so deeply affected by the loss of this that you are doing it almost with a vengeance. Like you are putting blood, sweat, and tears into it with a vengeance to make it even more so effective on him. And in that light, it can be a little bit manipulative to claim him back. And we have the Knight of Cups again. Knight of Cups, Knight of Cups. It's definitely from the heart, but is it tainted or is it pure? We have the Hangman. You feel like you have been sacrificed at the altar of something. Did you sacrifice yourself, or did that other energy sacrifice you for something else, motivating you into putting so much work and effort into it, inspired by your resentment of being stuck in this mournful loss energy, so that energetically it comes across as manipulative to claim him back, because it has been so painful, the sacrifice that you had to make to be discarded or to be tossed aside. The jealous habit. What possessive emotion blocks your emotional intimacy? Interesting with the Magician. Possessive emotion blocks emotional intimacy. Manifestation and the Resting card. So, wait. Possessive emotion blocks emotional intimacy. Because if you are too self-centered in manifesting this in your sleep, in your rest, and just like plotting and scheming on how to get it back, because the Four of Swords, yes, it's rest, but it's purposeful rest. It's when you are laying down or sitting or just like zoning out and meditating and just thinking of how to put two and two together to get the result that you want with the Magician. It can come from a place of being possessive, even if you're not acknowledging it or not putting that word onto it, because you are so blinded by the desire of wanting it back that you are unconsciously doing everything in your power to get it back. And in that sense, it's a bit of possessiveness, because you want full control over the situation and the outcome. And this is blocking intimacy, which a beautiful thing that I heard in a video recently by another tarot reader. Intimacy is into me, you see. It's allowing the other person to see in the depths of your soul and your heart. But if you are so possessive in wanting to absolutely get their attention, it might block the manifestation itself, because you're so focused on that one thing that you're holding on to it without letting the universe to step in and do its due course and due process. Knight of Wands, again, a very fiery, bold, passionate energy coming from the heart, being driven by passion, being charismatic, but also the Player card. This guy is around for the fun times, but not so much for the long time, so be cautious. Do you know that King of Wands through and through, or do you know the illusion that he's projecting, because he's charismatic? Obviously he will project a certain image outwardly and hide the less stellar things, because that might affect his image. And we have the Devil and the Empress, again, toxicity and obsession. And so here I'm going to ask, is the Devil corrupting the Empress, or is the Empress taming the Devil? In which case, if the devil is corrupting the Empress, it's a woman that is just toxic, obsessed, and chaining this energy to herself, to like, and she's not afraid of using manipulation to keep this energy to herself, or the attention of this person in this scenario. And it can rapidly escalate into using her charms, her sexuality, her body, everything to keep the attention on her. If the Empress has the higher ground and is taming the devil, she is gently coercing the devil into not being so toxic, not being so possessive, not being so manipulative, and so constantly going into excess. Especially with the Knight of Wands, just fun in the bedroom. So depending on who has the upper hand, you will know it's your life, not mine. But this whole possessive, toxic, excess energy is what is blocking emotional intimacy. So physically it can be super fulfilling, satisfying, and amazing, but at the emotional level it's like the North Pole, a bit cold and a bit void. The release lesson: what forgiveness practice will dissolve old wounds? And we have Three of Wands, patience, and expecting something. Oh, you're expecting the sun. And I have that song in my head, but I cannot sing it because like da 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 let it down and something, the sun. I know it's like an 80s 90s song. I will link it, if I remember, I will link it in the description. But you are expecting happiness, clarity, and just the unbearable lightness of being, and just not having to worry, not having to hide, to fight, to live in fear or doubt of this situation that is in your energetic field, that is very prominent. If you allow yourself to the fact that you have already put in some amount of work and you are expecting the results to hit back eventually in 2026, you will be a little easier on the mind, a little bit more lighter, a little bit more happier, not having all that weight, all that stress, all those chains weighing you down. What is Scorpio expecting back with the Three of Wands? What is Scorpio expecting back? The Moon. You are expecting uncertainty and fear to be cleared up by the Sun. You expect transparency, communication, and just no more uncertainty and no more hidden clauses or hidden things that are, like I said with the King of Wands, he projects outwardly and acts in a certain way, but deep down inside there is that core him that is hidden from the public view. And we have the King of Pentacles and the Sun again. Isn't that beautiful? So you want stability, you want pampering, nurturing, being provided for perhaps, or just you providing for yourself, and be actively in the managerial position of your resources, of your money, of bringing that in and either investing or keeping, or just like having a more managing of your resources without having to worry. Also double sun and sun. You want happiness, you want clarity, you don't want to be in fear and to be having to wait. Even though the King of Pentacles, by the fact of his core nature being Pentacle, is a bit slow energy, it's a purposeful slow energy. It's like respecting the sacred natural rhythm of earth and how work itself works. Like you put in the work and the results are coming at their own pace, not instantaneous TikTok 3-second delivery sort of thing. And by practicing forgiveness, it will dissolve these old wounds of having to expect and have nothing to come back, or your expectations and your patience being out there, but the results being clouded or dim or uncertain, and just leaving you in fear and doubt, and just in that endless loop, in that endless toxic loop of waiting and not knowing, which is the worst. I know, trust, that is, ugh, that would drive me nuts. The new path, what empowered vulnerability awaits beyond control. And this is where I was a bit cautious with the tower, because towers are always dismantling old foundations, but here it's good. It's the dismantling of being overburdened, being stressed, carrying all that heavy load on yourself, on your own. And actually I'm happy for that, if that is the situation which it feels like it. If something is too heavy for the sake of being too heavy because you have taken way too much on your own shoulders, the tower will literally shake the ground underneath his feet, and he will drop a few stuff, and you will go back to the Ace of Wands or 2 or 3, which is much more manageable than all 10, which are heavy, heavy, heavy. And so this is your empowered vulnerability beyond control. Let the universe bring down things that are not meant to be in your life. Things that have reached their expiry date and overstayed their welcome. So, can we get something for 10 of Wands tower? What is my Scorpio need to do about that tower? And here I like the way Grok phrased this. Empowered vulnerability. People think being vulnerable is being weak. That's not it. Being vulnerable is like that secret ace or joker that you keep literally... Sorry, I'm being very freaking technical here. Let me try to pull that trick. So, I'm shuffling, and something popped out. But unseen by people, this is literally my empowering vulnerability as I pull out. Wait, that was it. Where was my card? Oh, there it is. The Page of Wands, which was the card that I had up in my sleeve, which was the one that flipped out before the Six of Cups flipped out just as I was shuffling here for the demo. Your empowered vulnerability is you being able to tackle life with the fresh eyes of the Page of Wands, the curiosity, the enthusiasm, the fire of not having to fear anything that you don't see just yet. Boldly stepping onto that road and boldly just chasing butterflies and puppies because they're cute, and having the joie de vivre, the joy of life, of not having to carry all that burden on your own. And that is power. The other card that flipped out when I was trying to do my trick was Six of Cups, which is sweet, sweet nostalgia, remembering the past. But I would say also and the current journey that you are going on. Can we have a last card for my Scorpio? Final word? Nope. I think that's pretty much what the cards wanted to say, to help you. So I'm gonna go with, as per usual, the last two oracle cards, and let's see what these have for you guys. And also think of, okay, the Six of Cups, if I take it in a very natural science class, water comes from the clouds, goes into droplets, goes into earth, from the earth moves around, goes to rivers, rivers to ocean, ocean has that what it like goes back into the cloud. So it's the cyclical thing, and there is no new water on earth. It's the same water that this planet had for I don't know how many million years being recycled. You can use that same old stuff and recycle it to water and help the new modern thing grow and nurture and fructify. Hello, give me something for Scorpios, please. Aha. Oh, look at that. Isn't that freaking gorgeous? Chameleon. And look at how beautiful that flower is. So you can transform, you can adapt to your circumstances, whatever they are. Just use things around you to literally take a little bit of those colors to paint your own canvas, your own outwardly image that will that you can integrate and repercussion into your inner self. Literally fake it till you make it, but also be actively doing something to make it, not just faking, because that will be very soon a 10 of Wands that you don't want to carry into 2026. So, something for Scorpio, please. Hello, Scorpio. Come on, guys. Okay, I'm gonna take this one. It was poking out. The blessing. Oh my god, look at that. The whole freaking universe in a huge drop, and the fox is like literally like taking a little drop of it. Hopefully it's clear. That is freaking beautiful. The blessing is number 42, if you're into numerology. 42, the blessing. Grace, good fortune. Didn't we have the Wheel of Fortune, or I don't know. Message. Open your heart to receive unearned gift from the universe. So if you haven't earned it yet, you will earn it. And wait, because I really want you to see how freaking beautiful this card is. Okay, and I don't know if it translates on camera, but there is like a tiny trickling from that huge drop into the fox's mouth. And so this literally goes back to that analogy I was using a couple days ago, how imagine the universe, like in the spiritual realm of it, as this spring water source, or this cascade, or whatever, river, whichever imagery you're comfortable with. All the potential nutrients, minerals, everything is in there. When you want something, you can either go there, metaphysically speaking, obviously, with your water bottle or your Stanley cup or whatever you believe in, and grab some amount, and you have the water, the minerals, and all that shit. Or you can wait and just like actively want it, and the universe will like, okay, she cannot come here, so we will have to delivery bottle it for her or him, and you will go to the supermarket or the dépanneur, the 7-Eleven, and there's your water bottle from that source specifically that you like, and it has the same water, minerals, everything. It's this whole concept of it will reach you if it's meant for you. You just need to take a certain amount of action to get it. Either you go to the source by being intentional, or you, if you're not that good at manifestation, just at your local 7-Eleven, and the bottle is there, but you need to grab it. It's that concept of the universe has it for you. You just need to be open to receive it. I hope that made sense. I need to rework this analogy. I'm so sorry. I will eventually like shape it out in a more cohesive way. But Scorpio, thank you so very much for listening to me. I wish you all the best in this whole situation. Watch out for the devil and the tower. And I love you. Peace out. Ciao, ciao.